Number 12, use a proportion, find the missing value. So we have two rectangles here. It looks like one of them is rotated. So I can see that this side corresponds to this side. And then the 5 and the x correspond with each other. So I want to say, well, if I'm going to use a proportion, well, that's where two fractions are equal to each other. I've got two, I could do it two different ways. I could say put a fifth here, or I could put thirds here. I'm going to choose to put the fifths here. So this fraction, this right here, 2/5 goes there. So then this one will be 3 somethings, 3x, right? So we need to find out, well, what do we multiply by from 2 to go to 3? And then we have to do that same thing here. Or there's a couple other ways we can do this proportion. The way that I'm going to choose to solve this is by a trick called cross multiply. But I want to show you for a minute why that works. I want to show you. So this, I want to get a common denominator on these two fractions. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to multiply the left side by x over x and the right side by 5 over 5. Because now my common denominator here is 5x and 5x. So I get 2x over 5x equals 15 over 5x. Now, if these are both over 5x, it doesn't really matter. Now I know my numerators have to be equal to each other. So I have the equation 2x equals 15. Now, in order to solve for this, I can do I can just, to get rid of this 2, this is 2 times, so I need to do divide by 2. Because now that's 1, but I got to do it to both sides. 15 divided by 2, well, I know 16 divided by 2 is 8, and I know 14 divided by 2 is 7. So 15 divided by 2, it's going to be 7.5. So x equals 7.5. So x equals 7.5. Now that's just kind of a long way of going about. All this multiplying and getting a common denominator here is not super necessary. What we can do is we can just say, well, I know that that's going to be 2x, because that was right there. I know this is 15. So we do a thing called cross multiply. And I know that Mr. Momo taught you this way, where you cross multiply. But I wanted to show you why that works, is because we get a common denominator that we can just forget about. We can ignore it because they have this common denominator, and we know they're equal to each other. So we just set those two things equal to each other. So 3 times 5 is 15, 2 times x is 2x, and we just set those equal to each other and solve. Got it.